Okay, yeah. So first of all, after you signed up with the data dive, registered your account, whatever, you'll get a Chrome extension. So it will be installed. You're logged in, and basically you start your journey here on Amazon. And let's say you're researching for a new product, or you have an existing product and you want to find out more insights on it. So basically you start with the most relevant root keyword. So does anyone have a good idea for a product other than like I don't know, garlic press? Can anyone give me a good idea?
Try like a small dog harness, for example, like a dog or a collar or something like that. Try that.
Dog
harness or collar.
harness.
Yeah.
Harness like that, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, here we see some products and what we want to do. So yeah, that's like a root keyword, right? That's like a very broad keyword, I guess, because there can be lots of variations, but that's pretty much the product, right? It can, I guess, can have different colors, whatever. So yeah, you click here on the Chrome extension, open dive box. So it will take some time to load depending on the internet. Now, basically, you see the niche, and they call it like the niche. So dog harness, it's a niche that we're researching. And what you want to do is search over here by revenue, from highest to lowest. And over here, you want to choose, at least 5 to 10 products that are like very relevant. So, there can be like 1-piece product, 4-piece product, or there can be like specifically highly searched color variation 1 and then color variation 2. So usually you want to keep it as much as specific in colors, in pieces variations, but it totally depends. And those products, they usually share the keywords. But from what the developers recommend is like you really want to be specific with products. So basically, yeah, you take a look, you choose some products, and I won't really be checking every product here for now. But yeah, let's say we chose 10 products, sorted highest by revenue. They're all relatively the same. Then we click dive. And yeah, now it's going to load. Again, depends on your machine and the internet, but basically it's going to gather all the information from Amazon on the niche, on the competitors, and will give us a whole bunch of data that we will be able to implement later. So yeah, just give it some time to load. How am I doing so far? Maybe someone has any questions while it's loading.
It's good. Question, for this to work, do you need helium-10 or this is a standalone?
Yeah, you don't need helium-10. I think you used to need it in the very beginning, but yeah, now it doesn't require any subscriptions. And they actually, over here, it even says they switched to Jungle Scout for their like search volume data, but you don't need Jungle Scout account.
Thank you.
So Dimitro, what's the on top there? It says tokens. What is that about? 33 tokens used today.
That's a good question. Feature right now and tokens limit will be. I guess it's some sort of limitation on how many runs you can do, but I honestly never even paid attention to it. I don't think
it's experimental.
Yeah, it says experimental. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like I never ran into limitations. Maybe if you do like a whole bunch of dice,
will stop you, right? Will block you, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Like helium-10, right? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's ready. So yeah, you can go back or go to master keyword list. So yeah, that's what they call it, master keyword list, MKL. It's like the basis of everything with the tool. So here's this master keyword list. It's basically, it gathers all the keywords related to these products, and it does a good job with sorting by relevancy, though like you will see a lot of irrelevant keywords, but like if those keywords are here, it means that in one way or another, the competitors are getting sales from them in their like title or in PPC, whatever. So it does a good job like with eliminating the need, you know, like for phrase broad, whatever research. Because if you have a very established product, you could probably just, you know, take all these keywords and, you know, obviously focus on the most relevant ones. But if you cover these keywords with PPC, you won't have to do like the phrase broad research, because a lot of is already here based on the data from other competitors. So yeah, here it just provides data like, and I don't necessarily know what every tab means, but it's basically like the niche volume based on the keywords. Like it says 500 relevant keywords to these dog harness keywords. So it can be all kinds of keywords, again, related to dog harness. And even here I can see there is some misspelling. So it even gathers all possible misspellings with some decent search volume. And you can actually, I'll go over the PPC side later. This tool helps like to eliminate these, you know, duplication, because some plurals might have higher search volume than singulars. So you can take all of that into account. Like a lot of info here would be useful to product research, basically to understanding the niche, like it shows total search volume, and based on these competitors' data, like it shows you their rating, you know, average rating, reviews, how long they've been selling, their price, you know, their average sales, revenue, a lot of stuff that you can like make decisions. If you're doing a product research, you can use this data to understand if there is some potential to enter the niche. Like for these keywords, it shows the organic positioning of all these guys we chose. And if you have your own brand, when I was doing like picking the 10 initial products, you can choose your product and it will appear over here, and you will see your ranking and how it's compared to the competitors. So like all these keywords we gathered, so dog harness, this shows the, I think it's organic positioning. So actually red over here means good, and green like kind of worse. So like it means this guy's is second organic for dog harness, and it's good. So yeah, like you can see he's organic number 2. And I mean, this data is not like 100% accurate, because, you know, it changes in time. And like we ran this niche today, and tomorrow this can be a little bit different. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it gives you a good understanding, since again, it picks up all these possible keywords, and you can see where all these competitors are organically ranked. And if you have your own product, you can check where your product is, and basically use this keyword list kind of to aim where you know, you should maybe push some more keywords with PPC or with SEO to kind of improve this rank. And there are a whole bunch of keywords, a whole bunch of filters. Like for example, if you're doing product research, you can click over here and it will select, I think it selects all brand names. So you wouldn't want like to account those keywords search volume. if doing like product research, or that's something they recommend. But anyway, it's just a lot of filters that you can search specific keyword routes over here, or sort by search volume, relevancy, and you can go like and do some sweeping over here. You can delete some keywords from here and they will disappear, and all this data over here, it will be updated, so depending on what keywords you remove. So that's regarding master keyword list. I can move forward, or maybe you guys have any questions.
Hey, Dimitri, are you going to cover
Yeah.
how you use it for like listing optimization and stuff?
Yeah, sure. It
Yeah.
will be, yeah, had just
Yeah. All right,
asking.
cool. And PPC
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, another cool thing is you can export a lot of this stuff over here. Now, so yeah, the master keyword list is the basis. Now, so here are a lot of tabs. I'll try, going through the most important ones.
Dimitri, before you switch, let me have a quick observation here. So competitors search volume strength. So here it tells you that is it 0% weak, meaning it's like a saturated category. Is that what it's saying? Right? Is that what that means?
What it says, Bernardi, is that what I can see is if the competitor is in the top rankings, it attributes most of the search to that specific competitor. So you have 4 or 5 competitors here, or 10, I think it is, right? So 8 out of the 10, it seems that they have a strong presence in the organic rankings. So that's why it says that. So most of them are ranking top 10, I'm guessing, for most searches.
But it's always gonna do that if we search by sales, usually sales.
No, because you pick a really competitive market at the beginning.
Right.
So dog harnesses is just like one of the, like that or turmeric.
Yeah, and like you can see here, like one guy, he's like selling for 11 years. So this is obviously competitive niche, but yeah, like this is more for like a product research. So I don't use it like on the daily basis, but they actually have like videos and all of that explaining all these metrics. So how to use them and all of that. So yeah, if you're interested, you can find on their like YouTube channel. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, so a cool feature, the listing builder. So basically over here, you can build your listing based on that master keyword list. And someone asked me in the comments about the AI tool. So they are working actually on the tool that will take these keywords and build like, optimized SEO and like human-friendly text for you. You can do this right now. It's a little bit more manual. So again, there are so many tabs over here. And actually, this is someone on my team who does this like on the regular basis, not me. That's like more SEO. So here we have all these keywords and you can play around with these tabs. So like here it says title. So basically we can, write a title over here. And it will take into account all the keywords we use, and it will show how we're using these keywords, like how well. Like see, it says like broad. So yeah, it's a lot into SEO, but basically with these manipulations, you can tell how well your title is written. And like optimize, we can do something automatically here quick. See, so it just gave me in a few seconds, it gave me some simple title based on the keyword research we did. And over here, it shows that what I was talking about, exact match, broad match. So it shows how, in what match the keywords are in your title. And you always want them to be like in exact match. So basically we want dog harness to be dog harness and like not in plural or with a third word, you know, if it has like the highest search volume. I don't know if that makes sense. And again, that's more for SEO, but this tool really works. And because our person who works on the titles and all of that, they use it and they compare like the results, and it shows you all the stats here. And they call it ranking juice, like the product ranking juice. So you want the score to be as high as possible. And basically, again, here you can write your bullets. See, it gave me something from that automatic optimization. So just, yeah, try to pull most relevant keywords and stuff them here. And it's not great text, you know, but it's better than nothing. And you can take a text from your copywriter, or if you're using ChatGPT, actually, you know, you can even try using these keywords and ask ChatGPT, you know, to use these specific keywords in exact form, and, you know, give me some bullets, give me some titles, and you can throw it in here, and it will tell you how good it is based on these metrics. And you just aim for the highest score to get this highest ranking juice, and see like these top competitors we got. It shows their ranking juice from 1 to 11. So basically, yeah, it's like a battle of who is using SEO better. Because again, if you make a difference of plural or singular in the title, it can make a difference in this like ranking juice or your like listing search volume. So this tool allows you to discover how, you know, to use those keywords the best to get max juice, but you really like need to know what you're doing, experiment a lot. And again, they have a lot of videos on that, how to do it, but that's a very cool tool.
Can I ask you a question, Dimitro?
Yeah.
Have you seen a big difference between before using this tool to optimize listings and after using the tool?
Yeah. So we regularly update product pages. So we would have, you know, some product page that had no updates for a year or two. So we can check how much juice it had with this tool. Then we update the product page. And not even necessarily using this tool, we might use a copywriter, but then we can measure, you know, the effects of the new product copy. And yeah, the rank goes up. It's pretty accurate here. It shows who has the most SEO rank for the title among the competitors we chose. And you might not always like be number one, because there might be like a 4-pack that just always winning like this keyword, you know, let's say dog harness. Maybe just people buy a 4-pack more than 1-pack, and you're selling 1-pack. So no matter how well you optimize your listing, I don't think you'll be able to get to number one, or maybe you will, but this tool is definitely great with it. Again, that's more for SEO people, but if you're working with PPC, it's a great tool as well to check your clients' listings and, you know, point on their weaknesses. Because if their listing is weak, then, you know, PPC could work better if you improve the listing. So yeah, and again, there are so many tabs over here, so many different settings. You can see all these keywords again that we used, and it shows their search volume. You can open all these keywords.
Hey, Dimitro.
Yeah.
I know in the last call you talked about how you use this tool. Do you have any like specific like stats in terms of we saw X amount increase in sales or whatever for specific listings?
We probably have. I just honestly didn't think about preparing it. If you asked
No,
me.
that's all right, man. No, I know you do because you've talked about it on the last call,
Yeah,
how using this
Yeah.
tool increase the sales, organic sales for listings. Because I think you talked about on the last call a case study where they hadn't updated it for like a year or two, and when you updated it, like sales increased pretty dramatically.
yeah, because we basically, again, we did the research with the tool. We discovered
Yep.
what the keywords the client was missing on, in the like organic rank and the PPC and in the title. So yeah, we did update based on the tool, and we measured the results before and after. That's how we do it. And again, I have a person who works with SEO on the team. So I use the PPC tab. I can move to it. That's what I use more. But yeah, if you're on SEO, or again, just checking your clients' titles, that's a cool tab, cool tool.
Yeah. Dude, I
So
like
any
the keyword
question?
research tool a lot. The
Yeah,
master
yeah.
keyword list. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
relevant. It reminds me of merchant words. And they had a lot of misspellings in there, which I really liked.
Yeah, and the best is like also that you can check the position for each keyword, and again, then all carries out throughout the tool with this master keyword list. With the building the listing and all of that. Actually, there was something else. Yeah, just there are a whole bunch of other tabs, and if I go over them, it will really take for a while, but it just nicely breaks down your competitors' listings. So we also, when optimizing product pages, we look into the images. So we always look like what's the competitor's second image, and it just nicely allows you to view it over here. And then there are a whole bunch of other stats, like, I don't know, the trends for keywords, for the niche, and not necessarily
So Demetri, how would you audit, like, so go through an example here. So like, let's say go scroll to the top real quick. So let's say like scroll down real quick. Let's say your client is this one right here, like the top one right here. How would you compare the images to the other ones and determine what would be a more effective image versus a less effective image? Like the number one, the number two, the number three. Just go me through an example of how you do that analysis, if you can.
Yeah, with images, usually like the best sellers or a few best sellers, they would have some like, specific first image, second image, like maybe there is a second image, an infographic specifically calling something out. And with images, a lot of comes to testing. So basically, we would, try to adjust the images based on the best sellers and implement something that our product is not doing. Because usually if we take over, there might be some crappy infographics or no infographics, just lifestyle images. So it gives you a lot of idea. Again, maybe you can notice some patterns, because if you move like second image, third image, it can improve performance. It's just with those tests, you have to be careful. Like if you're testing images, then you shouldn't be really like tweaking your title or whatever that much, because otherwise you won't be able to, say what influenced. And then the main image also, you can just get some ideas how to improve your main image. Like one time, and maybe I already gave you this example, we had a niche where everyone was selling a product in a jar, basically like it was like a supplement jar, but there was powder inside. So everyone's main image was just a jar on a white background. But we found this one competitor who was crushing it. He had a powder that was inside the jar, kind of like spread around as a background, but it was still white background. So we optimized the image based on that, and it gave us the boost. So that's actually from a real life example. When we just changed the main image, that we saw only one competitor was doing similar like that, and no one else. Okay.
Do you do when you're doing stuff like that, do you do Amazon A/B testing, or you do it on your own and just cycle through?
We used to do Amazon A/B testing, but not as much. We use Pickful, or there is another tool, Product Pinion. And again, it's not like Amazon data, but it gives you ideas, and then you change something, you have the metrics how it was before, then you measure sometime how it performs, and then you check if it's better or not, and again, without like experimenting a lot with other things.
Do you do the use the because like I know this can go into Google Sheets too, which is kind of nice, like on the image view, because you could actually like pull them off of like a Google Sheet file. But do you do anything with the PPC portion of it? Like how it can create the PPC and suggested bids if you have your advertising account linked? It'll show like the bid ranges per word, and it'll create like that bulk file.
Yeah, it does something like that. I will go over it for sure. Yeah, so here's the part probably for all of us, the PPC part, and it's in the same tab as the listing builder. So PPC keywords, you click import MKL, and again, it's going to import all of those keywords that we did the research on. So in this tab, I think it's more for exporting, but you can do a lot like manipulations here, like remove those duplicates. So you can launch exact, phrase, broad campaigns. You can, check all the stuff here. It will do all the job with negating. So if you're launching same campaign, same keyword in 3 match types, exact, phrase, and broad, the keyword will get negated in phrase and broad. So you can do the product targeting campaigns, because again, there are some ASINs that I think are getting pulled in the master keyword list. Yeah, you can here do some manipulation so the keywords don't overlap. Yeah, so from here, you can create the campaigns. So you put in the SKU, and I think you can only create like you can use one SKU at a time, which I don't like, but I think they will add multiple SKUs, but this will generate a bulk file, and you can change the SKUs in bulk file, because sometimes we would have I want to launch campaigns for multiple SKUs because this includes keywords variations. So then I put one SKU, and then I have to go and change in the bulk file for variation keywords to put another SKU. But anyway, yeah, so you put in the SKU, and it kind of follows, the structure that Sean teaches, and with some differences maybe. Here, some cool features like don't combine keywords whose search volume ratio is more than 10. So like you don't want to put obviously keyword that has million search volume and keyword that has 10,000 search volume in one campaign. So you can put 2 or you can put 3, whatever you like, and it calculates based on the formula. So the search volume doesn't get mixed. Then the max keywords per campaign, it's obvious how many keywords max per campaign you want to allow. We usually like not more than 5 to 10, but some people like 10 to 20. So yeah, whatever you like. Then starting date, the budget, default bid, all of that. And yeah, here you can do the same for product targeting, for phrase, broad. Over here, yeah, actually this tab, I'm not sure, like sorry. Okay, Just give me a second. Yeah, just there are these two tabs. Okay, here it is. General parameters. Yeah, so here are the campaign settings. I just want to show something specific. Yeah, here you can, input the CPCs and it will show you some calculation based on the keywords you chose, like how many clicks you're supposed to get a day, and you can play around with conversion rate and, like don't take any of this data as exact with the search volume and all of that, but it's a good idea of what to expect. Now, sorry guys, I just want to find this specific thing. Selection, review the campaigns. Now here you can review the campaigns, and I didn't do like a lot of the settings, but you actually want to spend some times with those keywords, and it will like break down based on those settings where we would choose the search volume ratio and all of that. So here you will see some like campaigns that have keywords, but they would have an eye closed like that. So, and you can do this manually, because let's say if you don't like how the campaign got created, you can click on that eye and basically it will exclude the keyword, or you can even like move them around. If you drag the keywords, you can even move them around between campaigns, but you can do the same like in the bulk file. So yeah, you can play with a lot of these settings. And another cool feature I'm trying to show you is the route selection. So like the dog harness, it's basically like a route, right? Like a route keyword, because then you can have dog harness medium, dog harness large, and all of that. So and there are other keywords that might have routes that you can like unite many keywords with. So this tool, it does a good job with helping you to identify those routes, show their like total search volume. And this is more like for a strategy, again, with like playing around with your listing, because you can find some routes are more popular or more frequent than others. So you would want to maybe focus on this specific route, meaning target more keywords that contain this route in your PPC or your product page. And you can also build these campaigns by the routes. So you can actually check here, see group by the route. It gives you all possible routes, and you not necessarily want to choose every, but you want to choose something by color. So like the size, so like harness medium. So if we click here, it will choose group for us all the keywords with medium. And you can see like here, it says that all keywords with word medium have like total search volume of 91,000, and it found 17 of those keywords, and it grouped them over here for us. So see, it actually created a campaign, multiple campaigns with keywords that have medium in them. So that's just like a very basic example. You can get very granular with it depending on the product, on the strategy. So yeah, something like that.
So on the so Dimitra, on the tool, when you're going in and re-optimizing, are you just typically adding words to it versus trying to like rewrite the whole entire bullets for like better optimization? Because it seems like, you know, if you rewrite something, then like certain words that you were like say indexed for at one time are now going to be removed. Are you just adding to where you can versus
Yeah.
taking stuff out?
Yeah, so we usually we would do listing from scratch, meaning like, you know, new title, new bullets and all of that, but we do tweak things sometimes. And yeah, we would try changing, you know, words in places. So meaning this word was third, we would put it second. And again, we need to understand the reason why we want to do this. Maybe that keyword has higher search volume. And yeah, you know, just examples like that. When we do an analysis for the client, it can be simple like that. We see the competitor has this title, it has higher search volume, and our client has less search volume simply because his most important keyword was, you know, place 3 or place 4 in the title. And instead of, you know, being like 5 or 10 times present in his bullets description, like in competitors, it was only 2 or 3. So yeah, you can add keywords if they're not enough. You can try switching them places. You can, yeah, try add new keywords if you can. And yeah, like with the backend keywords, those are getting rotated, you know, like I think we're usually rotating them every 30-60 days. I think it's even safe, and I don't want to give like a wrong advice, but I think what they say now is if you have like very good keywords that you've been ranking on for years, it's even safe to remove them from the backend to kind of give more space to newer keywords, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't just advise go and remove everything, but you can definitely, you know, do some tweaking to your backend with some keywords. Just, you know, be careful and give opportunity to some new keywords, because, you know, in years, like the niche evolves and new keywords appear, clients search products in new ways. So you try and, you know, rotate it, try it.
Are you really worried about like full phrase? So like say like you realize that you weren't ranked very good for like dog harness and best dog harness for large dogs, and then like say like harness dog or something, like would you try and combine that full phrase in there, or do you think if you're touching on those keywords you're still getting the credit for the same thing?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and that's where like this tool comes in handy, because you can. So first of all, I think like what the developers recommend, you should always aim for the exact match.
Okay.
With the keywords that have obviously higher search volume, but at the same time, most relevant to you. Because if you're a new product, and obviously you can put dog harness in your title, but you know, it's not like you won't be able to rank to good positions even if you push a lot of traffic. So it might make sense for you to make not dog harness exact, but dog harness some third word that has enough search volume, but not as competitive.
Okay.
So you use it as exact. And then that's like, see, that's like where this gets really complicated, where you does the rotating, your product evolves, and then maybe you are ready to try and push for dog harness. So you maybe then try dog harness in exact. And yeah, again, it just really depends on where your product is, all of that. But yeah, this tool allows you to check all these keywords and play around and see how they will be in what match type. And again, that's what they say, aim for the exact with highest search volume, most relative keywords.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Demetrio,
Yeah.
How often would you recommend someone audit their listing content to see if there's like opportunity, like every 30 days, 60 days? I mean, you don't need to make changes, but just do an audit to see where you're at in terms of competitors and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good question, and really depends on the niche size, I guess, the amount of data, but maybe I'd say like a whole niche dive. I mean, you can even probably do it every 30 days. You can maybe even do it once a quarter. Yeah, because again, some niches are moving slowly, some moving faster, but like regarding tweaking your product pages, like we, for most of products, we have a plan like of related holidays. So we're tweaking the listing all year around with related keywords to the holidays, you know?
Yeah. So when it when it gets closer to the holidays, you'll add in holiday specific keywords. Do you add them in the back end, the bullets, the description, title? Where do you guys add those?
Yeah, that's a good question. So depending on how relevant you are, how relevant the product is, so like the title always has the highest effect. But at the same time, if you put an irrelevant keyword, it's not gonna do good. So if you are related for Christmas, like if your product is really related somehow, you can really push like Christmas in your title. If like people are buying your product for Christmas more, but it's not necessarily, so maybe you don't want to push it really, take like the first spot, but try it in somewhere back of your title, in bullets, in backend for sure. But yeah, most relevant keywords go into title, to bullets. Less relevant keywords, like let's say just word Christmas, we would just throw it into the backend also, and somewhere in the product description. So like this, you know, give this product for Christmas or whatever, something like that. But at the same time, like it's not a significant change. Like it wouldn't make maybe more than 5 or 10% change of, you know, total text. So just a little tweak, yeah, to get some juice out of those keywords. And you maybe want to start doing it, uploading those keywords maybe at least 30 days prior to the holiday, because different holidays people shop differently, you know.
And then I have a situation with an account where when I look at our top converting search terms, I look at the top 5 search terms, 2 of them are in Spanish. And so if we have a situation where we have a lot of Spanish converting keywords, would we put those maybe in the back end, or because like the it's on .com, it's in English, where would you put Spanish keywords?
Yeah, man, you definitely, those, especially those keywords, Spanish keywords are good, definitely want to put them in the back end. And if they're really good, maybe even test putting them in the description, you know, obviously PPC. But yeah, you definitely want to use those.
Yeah,
And
we got them in PPC. I just want to see how we can do them in a listing. Yeah.
And yeah, I'll tell you even more. I'm even thinking, I haven't tried this, but I'm thinking of testing some listings where we would update infographics to include Spanish keywords to see how this will influence. Because with our brand, we're selling in Canada, and you know they have Quebec, and we're getting search terms in French.
Same here.
But
I have the
yeah,
same situation.
yeah, so we're going to do this in Canada, so we're actually will update our listing to have English and French infographics. So we'll see how that works. And I was actually auditing a potential client recently, and he had a product video, and I was like surprised because I think that's the first time I saw it. In the product video, all the text was in English and Spanish, you know. Yeah, that's the first time I saw it.
So should I apply the same methodology with the French keywords? Because now that you mentioned that, I work with a Canadian account, and when I look at our top 5 search terms, I think 1 or 2 of them are in French. So should I do the same thing I would do with the .com with the Spanish, put them in the back end search terms and maybe the description for that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, you want, if those keywords are getting you some sales, and again, they are in French, a lot of, well, some significant portion of buyers are French. So of course you want to use those keywords. And
Yep.
yeah, maybe start with the backend, with description. If you see some, I mean, with PPC, if you see some boosts, then maybe even try like bullets, even something in the title, because again, title, bullets, so title has like the most effect, bullets less, description less, and then the back end.
Yep.
Do you do all alt text in your
Yeah,
plus?
yeah,
Does,
that's also a good way to cover some keywords that you
does
don't
that
have space.
is that more indexing, or is that for like ranking that you would put in alt text?
Well, I mean, it's like it's all indexing ranking, so it all
Yeah, all the
attributes to
same.
organic
Okay.
ranking. Yeah, so what they say is like it has the less effect, the alt text, but if you put, it will rank. So actually, yeah, you can also put foreign words over there.
Because like I know like on our listings, we typically have like 7 images on the premium A plus, and each of those is like 100 characters. So we could do up to like 700 additional characters of
Yeah,
indexing and
yeah,
ranking
absolutely,
benefit with that.
absolutely. And like you can even do another thing, I don't remember if I mentioned, because we have a copywriter, and often when we write text for the listing, on purpose we will like make it grammatically incorrect, or so like, yeah, if there is a word in plural and in singular, and plural has more search volume but it's grammatically incorrect, and if it's somewhere like in product description or bullets, we really like don't mind, we might keep it like that because it gives more search volume.
Not a whole lot of people read listings anymore.
Yeah, and even if they do, will they see it? Or like, even if they see it, like, well, will it influence the decision to, well, maybe, but it regarding SEO, yeah, it's definitely will make sense. Even again, grammatically wrong words. A lot of times we have strong search terms that are simply just how people type the wrong word, So
When you're so kind of like your team that's doing it, do you have like a written SOP with like step by steps they follow, and then kind of like what are, I don't know if you have like a team of people that are going through and optimizing, or for like one person, like what are the expectations on how many listings they can optimize, like in a day or a week or a month or however you measure it?
yeah, we have some basic SOPs, and like for PPC, I'm actually working on it a lot because I'm trying to learn from a lot of people what their SOPs are. But yeah, it's just basic. It can be some videos where I record for the team, click that, do that, and do this regularly. Or if something happens, message this person. So yeah, there are some basic SOPs. And I mean, just like with PPC, if you're a PPC manager, like you always have goals for different campaigns, you always like have some schedule of where you're checking things. So yeah, just basically the same as here.
How long would you say it takes? Like, I mean, like obviously, like if you do it, you're quicker, but like if you have somebody on your team do it from like start to finish of like re-optimizing a listing, like how long would you like allocate for that or budget for that?
Again, it's really different because, like I said, we actually have a copywriter, and we usually do like a whole listing from scratch.
Okay.
I mean, for the copywriter, it just takes a few business days because he analyzes the competition, takes all that into consideration. But yeah, if we just need few tweaks here and there, I mean, there's like no set time. Like let's say we're talking to a client and we found an opportunity in the title to improve the title. So yeah, just the person would go tweak the title. Maybe it will take them a few minutes, a few hours, I don't know. And then in a few days or so, we should see how it influenced, so okay guys, another actually cool feature I wanted to mention is outlier keywords, and it's something not necessarily you will use a lot, but when you have really established products, you can find in this outlier keywords tab like keywords that might be irrelevant or like too broad, like let's say dog, but see, like this guy, and actually that's a good question you asked before, Sean, how do we find like an optimized clients pages and that. So this guy, he is number 3 organically ranked for keyword dog, and look at that, no one else is doing that, and that's a very broad keyword. So it means this guy, he's doing something. He probably has his listing more optimized for dog, so like maybe he just has like 10 times more word dog than those guys or something. I really don't know, but you can find here opportunities, and again, a lot of keywords might be irrelevant to you, but you can see you can always find 1 or 2 competitors who are like doing the best, and they would somehow dominate on these irrelevant keywords that have high search volume. So that's another thing, and again, it's like it's hard because you will need to try a lot of things, but that's where like you can find a lot of opportunities. It just also it will require a lot of work with how to rank for these keywords, and if it's a new product, it might be too soon for you.
But this question I had on data dive, when it's like we're obviously relevancy is if your top 30 search results, page 1, is there anywhere within the settings that you can change your relevancy? And the reason I'm asking is like, so like we saw a lot of like very like niche products that like are like gift terms. Like a gift term is like very broad typically. So like sometimes if like our same type of gift, like we may need to go to like page 2 or page 3 to find like items. But like typically if somebody's shopping, say for a gift, they're going to go a couple of pages in, they don't need the first 4 results to, when they purchase. But I couldn't find it anywhere on there that it would allow me to like change the settings on what it considers a relevant.
Yeah,
result.
I don't think there is a setting. It really, like I said, it really does a good job with like gathering a lot of possible exact similar keywords, and I mean not all of them will be 100% relevant. There might be some rubbish, but also remember what I said in the very beginning, it also very depends on how you do the research. So like if you choose 10 products and all 9 products are 1 pack, but 1 product is 4 pack, then you might get some irrelevant keywords, because that 4 pack, he's probably ranking for some keywords maybe that you are not.
Yeah.
So it's also important to keep in mind. You want to also separate by colors. You whether like not search for a specific color just for the keyword, or like you include the keyword, because again, it treats like this keyword like its own niche. So yeah, if you search for specific product and choose specific products, it should eliminate most of the stuff. But yeah, and absolutely you should go and like do some sort of sweeping over here before like applying this. But yeah, and again, depends on where your product is, what's your competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all here. Like that's honestly probably my favorite, is just like finding opportunities here in these keywords, like where we are not ranking. And I mean, you can get this data from other tools. It's just like I like how neatly organized everything is here. And then you can make decisions, because maybe we don't go hard for this keyword because all guys here are selling 8 years, 11 years, 9 years, and we're only 1 year. So this tool really gives you like really all the stuff you need for success regarding data, but still a lot up to you about the decision making and implementation.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if I said this, but regarding the listing builder, and someone asked in the group, they are working on the AI tool, so like it should be able to write you a good listing based on this research, so you'll just be able to copy and paste it into your account, this product listing. So yeah, but I mean, it's already, you can do this optimizing ranking juice. It will give you some words. And yeah, they are also working on keyword tracking tool, like basically Helium 10, where you track your keyword ranking, because like this master keyword list, it's not live data. Like once you did the run, then it will always change. But you'll be able to track all your keywords, because we always download this master keyword list and we have it somewhere on sheets, and like we track like every keyword from the master keyword list where we are at, because eventually we want to cover all these keywords from this list. It's just we might not be ready for all of them. All of them will have different relevancy. And you can even, like in your images, you can do so that you will like over optimize for a specific keyword or under optimize for the other. Like it will be really hard to give like an example, but with your images, with your content, and that's where also this another cool feature with the roots, when you can find the roots and how many, because in big niches you'll have one root with hundreds of keywords, so you also want to aim at those roots that have the highest amount of keywords with them and search volume and are relevant. And yeah, so yeah, guys, what do you think?
It was awesome, man. Thank
Really?
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I learned a
I've been
ton,
using
man.
it for a while, but yeah, you always learn something new every time.
Yeah, for sure. And it was
Yeah,
useful.
let's see.
I
Well-
mean, because yeah, there are so many other tabs, and if I'll go over probably, yeah, just the last thing I want to mention about, yeah, the PPC, I showed how you create campaigns and it can break it down for you, so you can actually connect your account via API and send campaigns to Amazon, or just generate the bulk file. And that's where I said, because right now I think it's only like you can create with one SKU, but usually I create campaigns for multiple SKUs from this list. So I would just generate the bulk file, I would go in it, and I would whether change the SKUs in the campaign, or I would clone the campaigns, and because sometimes we want to target the same keyword but for different SKUs. So yeah, just some important things to keep in mind.
I think it's nice too. I think it was a month or two ago. He had there's like 25 engineers or something working on this. So like it's just a speed of development. I mean, like you log in like 1 week and there's some new features.
Oh yeah.
Like and it's built by like a seller for sellers. It's not like, I feel like a lot of the Helium 10 stuff now is getting away from that. It's just like, let's add a new tool, and you're like, what does this tool even like do, or why is it,
yeah, we were
data.
actually talking about it. But yeah, data dive definitely has a lot of potential. So especially, yeah, I'm really looking forward for those keyword tracking, because I still like use Helium 10 for keyword tracking, but I also use another tool. But yeah, once they'll get the keyword tracking, the AI listing thing, it's really like pretty much ultimate tool. And I mean, I haven't even shown you probably half of the functions. And just like, yeah, you said, you log in, there is always something new, and not everything that I use every day, more of my team members. But yeah, overall a great tool. And those guys for sure investing with the team, with the content. So even I'm trying to catch up on their content now to learn more tips from the tool. But yeah.
Thanks, Dimitro. And then you'll share the link, don't you? Or you share your code?
Yeah, sure. I can share it here, or when you do the post, I can throw it over there.
Is it the sales by 50?
Yeah, I think so. Just give me a sec. I think someone had a question. Data dive usually shows relevancy of 30 and up. You can change it to 20 or 10. There's oh yeah, see, yeah. Yeah, I just
cool.
noticed the comment. Yeah. So see,
That's
some people
Alex.
even know more than me.
I think what Alex was talking about was the filtering on top.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
maybe the filter.
It's not the same thing as tweaking.
Yeah,
what you
I think
consider
it
is different.
was.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
different. Well, thanks, Dimitro. That was cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, I probably should have pulled, because I honestly didn't think about it, Sean. But yeah, when you said it, if I just spent some time, I could probably pull something. But
That's all right, man.
yeah.
I feel like I learned a lot. I'm gonna, dude. I mean,
really hope.
just and when my client should be auditing their listings, you know what I mean? Like, how many Amazon sellers just throw up their listings and they don't audit them on an ongoing basis?
Man.
I mean,
dude.
None
most
of them, dude. Absolutely. So the fact that I know that is like worth the whole thing. And then like the French keywords, the Spanish, I'm gonna be hitting up all my clients and telling them that, hey man, let's look at putting Spanish keywords in the back end, the description. And so, yeah, I think I got a ton, dude. I'm going to do an audit. That's going to be one of my projects, is auditing my accounts for Spanish and French keywords and creating a list and then having them put them in the listing. That way we can put the French keywords and the Spanish keywords in there, which I think is just clutch.
Yeah, I mean, I would just go for all of your existing clients. And if you signed up with the tool, just start testing your clients' niches. Do a few runs. Again, you'll probably want to even watch some more of those videos if you haven't used the tool before. Yeah, do the runs, and I guarantee 99% of the chances you will probably always be able to find some opportunities with that tool. Just you need to, again, get to know it a little bit more. I tried many tools, especially for keyword research, and really that's a very good product.
That keyword research was clutch, man. When you pulled those top 10, I was like, that's really, because my favorite tool, well, I mean, now Data Dive's looking real clean, but like Merchant Words was really good because it had that really relevant thing.
I used to,
so the fact that you can pull in those competitors, and that list was super clean. And what I loved was how many misspellings were out there, like Harbis, like SOG harness. Like that would be perfect to put in the description or the back end. It just gave me so many opportunities to optimize that. I'm like, holy crap, dude.
Yes. And honestly, this data he's pulling with the master keyword list, you can basically get all this data by using Helium 10, but it will probably require like 20 something filters and then cross-referencing multiple runs. But this tool, it really lifts all the work for you.
Dude, that's been from the keyword research side. That's kind of been my issue with Helium 10, is that they give you a very large set of data and there's great stuff in there, but there's no like one filter I can apply to see the relevant stuff. So the Data Dive, man, when you click those top competitors and brought them in, that list was really good. That was a really good list. I was blown away by how relevant and good the list was.